Good morning everyone, and thanks for joining us here for the start of this test match. It's a lovely day here today and the ground looks absolutely fantastic. There are a few empty seats, but I'm sure they'll fill up as the day progresses. I can see the captains are waiting to toss the coin, so let's get down there and see what happens. They've won the toss and it looks like they'll be batting. It'll be interesting to see if that was the right decision as the game progresses. I can't see too many empty seats around the ground, so we must already be close to a full house. No runs off that delivery. Edged. Out. Caught. Let's look at that again. New batsman in, and absolute concentration required now. How important is concentration for a batsman?
Concentration is so vital to any batsman. As soon as you start losing that during an innings, then you'll get yourself into big trouble and probably get yourself out.
No run there. Thin edge. One off the over. He's gone! That was right out of the top drawer. New batsman in.
No ball.
No ball. Well, he's given himself room and hit a glorious cover drive. Batsmen are coming back for two. That's two more to the team total. Very well played.
That was a fine shot for four.
No runs there. Edged. No. Very expensive over indeed. Creicket to start a new over. He was beaten all ends up by that one. The batsman really had no answer to that ball. Absolute concentration required from the new man in. But he's mistimed that, has run away off the edge. Nothing scored there. He's hit that well. He's taken the aerial route and been rewarded with 4. He's certainly not hanging around. Well, he's mistimed that, it's run away off the edge. Very unlucky for the bowler there. Let's take a look at Hawkeye. The bowler concedes 4 from the over. Edged. No run there.
No!
Great timing. He's gone for the slog, and 6. That was a confident shot. How much do you think fielding's improved since your days in international cricket, Ian?
I think fielding has improved tremendously. Now, most of the players on the park tend to be very good fielders, above average fielders.
Edge to slip. He's out. Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out. Immaculate timing.
On a pitch like this, I feel for the bowlers. There really is no margin for error.
A dolly. Let's have a look at that again. Left hand, right hand combination at the crease now. That was 4 the moment it left the bat.
That was beautifully put away for 4.
He lifted it over the infield for 4. Thin edge. really good shout. Gone. That was absolutely plum, no doubt about that. Let's have a look at the action replay. I wonder what Hawkeye made of that. He's got the edge. No runs off that delivery.
No ball.
No ball bowled.
Yes.
Only 2 from the over then. A fast bowler to start a new over.
No.
No run there, they simply can't get it away.
Get it.
That's gone high in the air. Picked the gap beautifully. 4 runs.
Catch him.
It's in the air. That's out. Let's have a look at that again. Absolute concentration required from the new man in. This should be the end for the batsman. Got him! Four more.
He picked his spot to perfection there.
That was a really classy shot. Who do you think was the best batsman you bowled at in your career, Ian?
Well, in my view, what I liked about the great batsmen was their ability to dominate the bowlers. And I've been fortunate enough to play with and not against 2 of the greatest batsmen in history, Viv Richards and Brian Lara.
That's out. Caught. Let's have a look at that from another angle. New tail-end batsman in now. It's in the air. No run there. That's out. That brings the innings to a close. He's getting a polite round of applause as he makes his way to the pavilion. It really is a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful timing. Hit the gap beautiful. 4 runs.
You really can't give this player that kind of room outside the off stump. That's 4 runs every time.
Another single. Batsman coming back for a second.
No ball.
1 ball to Sundries. But he's mistimed that, it's run away off the edge. No run. When the ball's swinging, why is it important to bowl a fuller length in?
The ball generally tends to swing when it's given a lot of time to move in the air, which means bowling a full length. If you bowl the ball short and hit halfway down the pitch, it doesn't give the ball enough time to swing. And if there is any movement at all after the ball has been pitched short, the bat
Dropped it. Batsmen are looking for 2. That's 2 more. Thin edge. Another over gone. That's stumps at the end of the 4th day. Creicket to start a new over. Edged. No run taken off that ball. Batsmen are coming back for 2. One more to the total. Thin edge. But he's mistimed that, he's run away. He's put it down. They may yet have to pay. Great timing. No runs off that delivery. That's a sensational shot. 4 more.
He plays that shot superbly and it brings him a lot of runs.
Once it beats the fielder on this outfield, it races away. The fielder hardly had a chance to move. That's gone high in the... He might have got a hand to that, but he couldn't stop it. That really is very disappointing for the bowler.
Ideally, you need a safe pair of hands in the slip cordon, or vital chances like that will be missed.
8 runs from that over. Seamer to start a new over then. The batsman's all over the place with that one. He's hit that very hard. His timing's perfect today.
He might not have been quite to the pitch of it, but he continued with the shot anyway and hit it miles.
Dot ball. Edged. Edge to slip. Bowler was unlucky there, and the end of the over. Dropped it. Must have taken his eye off it at the last moment. Edge to slip. Let's have a look at the action replay. Big shout. The umpire raises his finger and he's out. Right in front. No arguments there.
I don't think he agrees with the decision by the umpire.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. Let's have a look at that in Hawkeye. Real concentration required from the new batsman here.
No ball.
That was a sloppy piece of cricket. No runs off that delivery. Just the one off the over. Edged. He's cleared the infield with that one.
Well, he might have hit it in the air, but there was no fielder out there, so there wasn't much risk in it.
It was mistimed that, it's run away off the edge. No run there, they simply can't get it away. What makes a really great fast bowler, Ian?
All great fast bowlers are intelligent, they have a lot of control, and they're very fit.
So 8 from the over, that's brought the crowd to their feet. Edged. No run there. He's got the edge. No runs scored. Thin edge. Another over gone. And there's a fielder underneath it.
It was a fairly straightforward catch, but you still need to make sure of it.
absolute concentration required from the new man in. Nothing scored there.
No ball.
One more to Sundries. That's a real crowd pleaser. Lovely shot. His timing's perfect today.
It was a cracking shot. He got into such a great position there.
He might have got a hand to that, but he couldn't stop it. Another chance goes begging. That's gone high in the air. He's put it down. Dear me, you really can't afford to put down chances like this. That really is very disappointing for the bowler. Batsmen are looking for two. Two more to the total. 11 conceded from the over.
No ball.
He's having problems with his run-up out there. Edged. Batsmen are coming back for two. Two more added. That's one more run for the team. It's in the air. He's dropped it. Must have taken his eye off it at the last moment. That shot will give you an idea of just how fast this outfield is. The crowd really enjoyed that one. What goes through a fast bowler's mind when he's just been hooked for six then, Ian?
There are a couple of things that could go through the fast bowler's mind when he's been hooked for six. Let's bear in mind that the bouncer is one of the most lethal weapons that the fast bowler possesses. If it's hooked for six, then the batsman has clearly sent a message to the bowler that he's up for the challenge. The other point about it is that it could also give the fast bowler the thought that he's in with a chance of getting this guy out. So it can knock the stuffing out of you, or it can give you hope. It's up to the bowler to decide which one.
You can't afford to bowl at him there.
The crowd really enjoyed that one.
Right out of the top drawer.
That's 4 all the way. Well, it just didn't carry over the rope.
Unlucky bowling there.
He's got the edge. Got him! Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out.
He picked the fielder out perfectly with that shot. He was a bit fortunate there. He hit it a bit uppish, but luckily not at the fielder.
Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one?
Let's have a look at that from another angle.
Edged.
Bowler was unlucky there.
Edged.
He lifted that over the infield very well.
He picked the length really early there. Thin edge.
Four runs from the over.
Edge to slip.
No runs there.
They're appealing.
The umpire turns that one down, but it must have been close. Thin edge. No run taken off that ball. He played all round it. That is a superb delivery.
It seems like miles back to the pavilion when you've got out cheaply.
So, new batsman at the crease. The ball just runs out into the covers. Batsmen are looking for two. Off the mark. Two from the over. He's got the edge. What's the umpire going to say about this one?
No ball.
The umpire signalling a no ball.
No ball.
He's having some problems with his run-up out there. The batsmen are coming back for two. Who do you think was the best batsman you bowled at in your career, Ian?
Well, in my view, what I liked about the great batsman was their ability to dominate the bowlers, and I've been fortunate enough to play with and not against two of the greatest batsmen in history, Viv Richards and Brian Lara, so I won't name them, but certainly the greatest batsman, in my view, that I have played against is Sachin Tendulkar because of his ability to dominate the bowlers. He also had good technique, and he also enjoyed batting for long periods, but it was his ability to change the game and to apply pressure to the bowler by taking anything that's marginally offline, or maybe even good deliveries, and smashing it away for four.
Edged. Batsmen are looking for two. And from another angle, that's an easy single for the batsman. Thin edge. And another four.
He picked his spot to perfection there.
This should be the end for the batsman. Out! No, he's dropped it! Nothing scored there. That's 4 from the over then.
No ball.
No ball. The ball just runs. That's out. Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out.
He wasn't there for very long, as the score shows.
Let's have a look at the action replay. Real concentration required from the new batsman here. Thin edge. No run taken off that ball. Edged. No run there. He's got the edge. Just the one off the over. A fast bowler to start a new over. Oh, that must have hurt.
No ball.
The bowler's struggling with his rhythm. That's another no ball. Edged. Batsmen are coming back for 2. Two more runs to the batsman.
No ball.
He's having some problems with his run-up out there. He's got the edge. It's gone down. It really wasn't that difficult. You've got to feel so sorry for the bowlers in these circumstances. That really is very disappointing for the bowler.
No ball.
He's lost his run-up and it's costing him. Another no ball. Dot ball, another over gone. A medium pacer to start a new over. Lovely shot. Off the mark with a maximum. That just shows how confident this player is at the moment. He smashed that many a mile. Nice shot. He's played that beautifully once more.
If you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, then there is a fine example.
Batsmen are looking for two. That's two more runs on the board. Great shot. For four.
He picked his spot to perfection there. No ball.
That was a sloppy piece of cricket. He's going to have to move here. One more to the total. Let's look at that again. Terrible over, far too expensive. The seamer to start a new over then. Thin edge. Nothing scored there. They're appealing. Out! That was straight in front. No doubt about that one. I wonder what Hawkeye made of that. Edged.
That was a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
Confident appeal. And the umpire's given it. Let's have a look at that again. Let's take a look at Hawkeye. New batsman at the wicket for India. Bowled off stump.
That was right out of the top drawer.
His coach will have him back in the nets first thing in the morning practicing that shot.
Let's have a look at the action replay. 4 runs off the over from this bowler. Very well timed.
That's 4 all the way.
He was a bit fortunate here. He hit it a bit uppish, but luckily not at the field.
No runs scored. Pitches in the West Indies seem to be playing a bit slower and lower than they did in your day, Ian. Why do you think that is?
The pitches are a lot slower than the way they used to play many years ago. And I think that has been detrimental to many fast bowlers and cricket in the Caribbean on the whole. And I think it's a scientific explanation. Some of the pitches have been around for years. They're tired. They need replacing. And also the experience of the older groundsmen helped in making and knowing how to make these fast, bouncy pitches. Now it's a new generation who maybe don't have quite the same know-how.
Batsman coming back for a second. 2 more to the total. Very good timing.
That's a big hit. It's not going to clear the rope, but it's 4 runs.
8 fours in his innings so far. Let's have a look at that from another angle. Dot ball, 15 runs taken off the over. The Creicket to start a new over. Just one there. Edged.
No! Yes!
That's another single there. So 2 off the over then. Edge to slip. That's gone high in the air. Oh, that looks as if it might have hurt.
He lifted that over the infield very well.
Well, if you're the bowler, you'll be kicking yourself. You don't want to be conceding boundaries to the tail enders. The seamer to start a new over then. He's got the edge. No runs off that delivery. That's another dot. Oh, what's the umpire going to say about this one? Got him! That was straight in front. No doubt about that one.
That's out. No doubt about it.
And from another angle. Well, I wonder what Hawkeye made of that. New batsman in. That's another dot in the scorebook. Off stump. The batsman really had no answer to that ball.
He'll be kicking himself about that dismissal. He really didn't play that ball very well.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. It's all over. That's the last wicket. Good morning everyone and welcome to what's likely to be a fascinating day's play in this test match. The captains are about to make the crucial toss, so let's get down there and see who wins. The batsman was absolutely bamboozled by that one. Newcomers to the Test arena have a tendency to struggle.
Look, it's always hard when you're doing something new. So when you're new to a Test arena, the pressure, the expectations, everything that's on you, it's very, very hard. So sometimes you struggle at the start, but I think that can hold you in good stead for the future. No ball.
One more to sundries. Oh, great shot.
He lifted that over the field really well.
He looks in fine form. Batsmen are looking for two. That's two more to the team total. Immaculate timing. That's over the infield and racing away for four.
That's a real crowd pleaser.
Very expensive over indeed. He's put it down. Dear me, you really can't afford to put down chances like this.
He'll be disappointed with that. He did the hard part in getting to it. That's a chance wasted.
He's got the edge. Batsmen are coming back for two. Edge to slip. No runs there. He's conceded 4 off the over. Thin edge. No run there, they simply can't get it away.
No!
Edged. Nothing scored there. Thin edge. Batsmen are looking for two.
No ball.
One more to sundries. Batsmen are coming back for two. Two more to the total.
That's a really good shout.
Edged. It's in the air. Got him. How important is a consistent line for the bowler?
Consistent line is important, but sometimes you want to vary your line all the time. You don't want to be predictable, but you also want to make sure that you're getting the ball in the right spot a lot of the time.
Thin edge. He's played that beautifully once more. Edged. Four runs conceded from that over. Out! No, he's dropped it.
No ball.
No ball. batsmen are coming back for a second. Edged. Thin edge. Good strike rate. No run. Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed. And another four.
I think the bowler liked that too much.
And from another angle. So left hand, right hand pairing at the crease now. Edged.
No ball.
The umpire signalling a no ball. Let's have a look at that from another angle. Edge to slip. That's beaten the fielder to the fence. How important is concentration for a batsman?
Concentration is vital to a batsman. As soon as you start to lose it during an innings, then you'll get yourself in trouble and probably get yourself out.
Spot on the line and length.
No ball.
He's having problems with his run-up out there. No runs scored. That's beautifully played. The ball coming right out of the middle of the bag. He found the gap with precision. He's scoring really quickly at the moment. He's got the edge. He's got him! Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out. That's a big hit. It'll go all the way.
He might have hit that in the air, but there was no fielder out there, so there wasn't much risk.
Batsmen are coming back for two. Big shout. Out! Plenty of pressure on the new batsman then. Good shot down the ground.
That's a huge six. Just listen to the crowd. The crowd really enjoyed that one.
That's raced away to the fence.
Cracking shot. He really does look in excellent form.
Batsman coming back for a second.
This could be the end for the batsman.
Out.
Out!
And from another angle. No run there. Dropped it. He'll be disappointed not to have held on to that one.
No ball.
One more to sundries. Well, the batsman was absolutely bamboozled by that one. It was brilliantly concealed and disguised by the bowler. He's keeping it very tight out there. Just the one off the over. Chance goes down. No runs there. Edge to slip. So when assessing a batsman's technique, how important is his basic stance?
Look, there's a lot of different things you look at about a batsman's technique and trying to find a weakness. I think the way he holds his grip, what his stance is like, is it open, is it closed, how he holds the bat. All those little things are very important in assessing his technique and then making a plan how to get him out.
Edge to slip. Three conceded in the over. Got him! Lovely shot.
That was a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
Bowler was unlucky there. He's gone. Edged. Just one run. Quality timing there. That'll be 4 more.
Good cricket that. He picked his spot, didn't try to whack it, just stroked it through the gap.
That is a shot right out of the coaching manual.
No ball.
He's having problems with his run-up out there. That's a sensational shot.
Something agricultural in that shot, but very effective. He's scoring really quickly at the moment.
He's hit that well. He's cleared the infield with that one. That's a real crowd pleaser.
He used his feet superbly there. A beautifully timed shot for four. No run there.
Thin edge. Out! No, he's dropped it.
That's another dot ball. And the end of the over.
Out!
Well, that's wonderfully timed. He found the gap with precision. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it. But he's mistimed that, has run away off the edge.
No ball.
He's lost his run up and it's costing him. Another no ball. Very well timed. Four runs, and that's not how to bowl the tail enders. The skipper will be livid. Beautifully played.
He's smacked that over the top. 4 runs.
Picking up the singles is important, isn't it?
Picking up the singles is really important. You don't want a bowler to bowl to you ball after ball. You have to rotate the strike.
No run there.
Out! Caught!
Let's look at that again. That brings the innings to a close. He's getting a polite round of applause as he makes his way to the pavilion. The clouds are beginning to roll in.
The batsmen have plenty of time, so they must be patient.
The quick bowler to start the first over. So Shane, what can you tell us about this Sydney wicket?
The Sydney wicket starts off to be a belter, can get through quickly with the new ball, but as the ball gets older it reverse swings, which will play a big part, but it starts to turn massive as well.
This could be close.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. Lovely shot. Hit the gap beautifully. 4 runs. Top quality shot. He used his feet superbly there.
He got everything right there and was rewarded with 6 runs.
No run taken off that ball. That over cost 15 runs. No runs scored.
Confident appeal.
That could be out. It is. Let's have a look at the action replay. Exquisite shot. Beautiful placement. 4 all the way. That's one more onto the score. 6 runs come from the over then. Let's look at that again. Let's have a look at that in Hawkeye. Nice shot. He really looks in good nick today.
The bowler might just put a little extra into his next delivery.
It's in the air. It's gone down. The fielding team will regret that. No run taken off that ball. Oh dear, that's probably softened him up a bit.
No ball.
No ball bowled. They'll have to be quick here. Good shot and good stop too. No run there. He's gone for 14 off the over. Exquisite shot.
He's gone for it, and he gets 6. That's gone way into the stand. 6 runs. They'll have to hurry. Well, he's really riding his luck out there today.
That's 3 more. Very good timing. And 6.
Lovely timing there. He played that beautifully.
He really struck that beautifully. Tremendous shot.
That's a big hit. It's not going to clear the rope, but it's 4 runs. That's a real crowd pleaser.
That's beautifully played. The ball coming right out of the middle of the bat.
That was a fine shot before.
So Shane, what do you think of Sydney as a cricket ground?
Sydney, the harbour city. It's look, it's also got an electric atmosphere. It only seats about 40,000 people, but they're really close to you, and you just get a really good feel about the ground. There's a real buzz about Sydney.
Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed.
4 more. Too many more deliveries like that, and the captain might have to take him off.
That is a textbook shot.
Poor bowling that. He really can't afford to bowl it in there.
One more run there.
Immaculate timing.
That's cleared the infield. 4 runs.
The crowd really enjoyed that one. A productive over for the batting side. The Creicket to start a new over. It's very hot out there today. Nice shot. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it. Great stroke throw.
Through the gap, and that'll go for 4. Oh, lovely timing there.
That was a brute, an absolute brute of a delivery. Tremendous shot.
He might have hit that in the air, but there was no fielder out there, so there wasn't much risk. That was a cracking shot. He really got in a good position there.
No ball.
No ball. Batsmen are looking for 2.
That's a confident appeal. Oh dear, that's suicidal.
Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed. That was superb placement.
Cracking shot. He really does look in excellent form.
Very unlucky for the bowler there. Great timing. That's just the kind of shot that makes the fielding captain want to tear his hair out. Very unlucky. do you feel about the use of technology in cricket, like Hawkeye, third umpire, that sort of thing, Shane?
Look, I think technology in cricket, whether it be Hawkeye, third umpire, whatever it might be, I think we've got to make sure until we get it absolutely 100% correct every time, then we can use technology. Until then, I think it should be used just as a TV aid.
Big appeal. Beautiful stroke.
Super shot. He really punished the bowler there.
Once it beats the fielder on this outfield, it races away. That's beautifully played, the ball coming right out of the middle of the bat.
He plays that shot really well and it brings in a lot of runs.
He really looks in good nick today. Some real intent there from the bowler. Got him! Edged. Welcome viewers at home to this much anticipated match between two teams right on top of the... There's a capacity crowd here waiting expectantly for play to begin. It's in the air. He's put it down.
No ball.
No ball. So the umpire signalling free hit, and so the batsman can only be run out off this ball.
No ball.
No. Another no ball, another free hit. Well, that's a cracking shot. 4 runs.
He's only faced a few balls, yet he's right into it. He's on the attack.
No!
Edge to slip. We hear commentators talk about fast bowlers hunting in pairs, but how important do you really think bowling partnerships are, Tony?
There is a lot of talk about fast bowlers hunting in pairs, but to be perfectly honest, what you want more than anything else is good fast bowlers. And if there's only one of those, well, that's just going to have to do. If you have two really good fast bowlers, then of course you are going to create all sorts of problems for the opposition. I think that is where this talk about fast bowlers and indeed spinners, good spinners hunting in pairs, come from. They keep up the pressure and they keep up the rage, so to speak. Certainly in my time, playing against the likes of Lillian Thompson, it would have been a bit easier had there only been one of those two and a little bit of respite when he wasn't bowling. The same, of course, applies to the great West Indian combinations. The likes of Holding and Roberts, for example, were absolutely deadly. And had either Holding or Roberts not been there, there would have been a little time to recover.
Batsman coming back for a second. Oh, great shot.
4 more. That was a fine shot for 4.
Oh, he's dropped it. That really is very disappointing for the bowler.
That's a good shout.
Not out. Let's take a look at Hawkeye. Got ball. Edged.
No ball.
Would you believe it? Another no ball. It's crazy to bowl no balls with this new rule about the free hit. Edged. The batsman just can't get him away. You can feel the frustration building up.
That's a fantastic strike.
Oh, super shot again. He's got into a perfect position for that shot. Head over the ball, weight forward.
No ball.
One more to Sundries. So the umpire signalling free hit, and so the batsman can only be run out off this ball. He's hit that very hard. Beautiful placement, 4 all the way. Pure timing, glorious shot. Very good timing. He just can't fault the placement there. 4 runs. Smashed for 4. Oh, that's a cracking shot. He really looks in good nick today. He's picked up another single. An expensive over for Australia, that one. What a superb shot.
Well, he was a bit fortunate there. It was a bit uppish, but luckily not to a fielder.
Batsmen are looking for 2. That's 2 more to the team total.
It's in the air. Out.
Let's take a look at that from another angle.
Out. Caught.
That ball was travelling pretty quickly. He did well to cling onto it.
Got ball and the end of the over.
This could be the end for the batsman. Out.
Let's look at that again.
No ball.
He's having some problems with his run-up out there. No balls these days mean the batsman has a free hit. He can only be run out off this ball. That's gone high in the air. Do you think pitches have improved since you were playing international cricket, Tony?
Yes, I think that there certainly are pitches that have improved quite dramatically since I was playing. Mind you, there are also quite a lot that have become pretty dead and definitely haven't improved. So it's a little hard to be general about pitches. One thing I do know, and that is that groundsmen around the world do know very clearly what the ICC considers to be a good pitch. And that is one which has some bounce, it has some carry, and it also is not so good that it doesn't break up. There needs to be some wear and tear, so that while the fast bowlers might take advantage of the bounce and the speed in the beginning, we want slow bowlers also to have a bit of a go at the back end of the match. And we don't want it to be totally orientated to the bowlers. In the middle of the match, of course, you'll find that the batsman will dominate a little bit. So there needs to be something in a good pitch for everybody.
Batsmen are coming back for 2. Two more to the score.
With the end of the fielding restrictions, the captain should really be changing his field around now.
That's a confident appeal.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. That's one more onto the score.
That's out.
That really was a peach of a delivery.
No ball.
No ball bowled. So the umpire signalling free hit, and so the batsman can only be run out off this ball. That's well played.
Smashing shot, really magnificent. I'd pay money just to come and see that again.
Got him! Let's have a look at that from another angle. No scratching around for singles here. Off the mark with a glorious boundary. The ball just runs out into the covers.
No ball.
No ball. It's crazy to bowl no balls with this new rule about the free hit. Edge to slip. Confident appeal. He's calling for the TV. There's the red light. He's out.
He doesn't look best pleased with his partner there. It certainly wasn't the greatest call in the world.
No runs off that delivery. Batsmen are looking for 2. That's 2 more. 4 runs in the over. It is
Out. Caught. No. No.
nothing scored there. Batsmen are coming back for 2.
Big shout. Got him.
One more to the total. The ball just runs out into the covers. Batsmen are looking for 2. The ball just runs out into the covers. They've got back for 2. That's good running. Batsmen are coming back for 2.
Confident appeal. Out.
That was a vital wicket as now the tail is exposed.
That brings the innings to a close. He's getting a polite round of applause as he makes his way to the pavilion.
The opening batsman would like to keep their teammates in the dressing room and complete this job all on their own.
Immaculate timing.
He's certainly given that some stick. 6 runs.
He's really treating this bowling with absolute contempt.
He might have got a hand to that, but he couldn't stop it. Must have taken his eye off it at the last moment.
It's gone down. It really wasn't that difficult. You've got to feel so sorry for the bowlers in these circumstances.
International cricket is a tough enough game without making it harder for yourself by not holding on to catches.
Great timing on the shot.
The ball almost seems to accelerate over this outfield. He's put it down.
That's a stroke of luck for the batsman. 11 conceded from the over.
Didn't help his own cause there by putting that down, but he'll know that better than anyone else.
So the run rate stands at just under 5 and over.
Great shot.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
For 4.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
Batsmen are looking for 2. Physical. Chance goes down.
The fielding team may regret that.
High ball.
He certainly tested the keeper out with that one.
That's a sensational shot.
Super shot there.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
No ball.
No ball. That's a free hit. No balls these days mean the batsman has a free hit. He can only be run out off this ball.
Tremendous shot.
Oh, super shot. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it.
He just can't fault the placement there. 4 runs. He's played that beautifully.
Well, that's a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
High ball.
Wide ball signalled by the umpire. Well, the batsman was absolutely bamboozled by that one. It was brilliantly concealed and disguised by the bowler. Well, that's a cracking shot.
Wonderful shot. He really punished the bowler there.
The crowd really enjoyed that.
No ball.
No ball. They're having a shout.
That's out. New batsman at the crease now for Australia.
So a free hit. He could only be run out.
Batsmen are coming back for 2. off the mark. Quality timing there.
4 more. That had 4 runs written all over it from the moment it left his back.
Batsmen are looking for 2. That's 2 more. Beautiful timing.
Well, what about that? What a shot that was.
Another over gone. Beautifully timed.
And 6. Wonderful shot. He hit right through it and it's disappeared out of the ground.
Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one? He's asking for the 3rd umpire on this one, and from another angle. There's the signal. He's safe. Very well timed.
Seeing that ball sail over the fence is the worst sight in cricket if you're a bowler.
Batsmen are coming back for 2. That's a really good shout. That was really tight. There's the signal. He's safe. Oh, great shot.
4 more. Smashing shot. Really magnificent. I'd pay money just to come and see that again.
Dropped. Another chance goes begging. That really is an expensive over.
The fielding team really cannot afford to spoil catches like that.
No ball.
1 more to sundries. So the umpire signalling free hit, and so the batsman can only be run out off this ball. Another single for the batsman. Beautiful stroke. Good morning and welcome, cricket fans. Plenty of cricket to look forward to today, and let's hope these 2 teams are focused and ready to make this a really competitive contest. As usual, the toss looks like they're going to have a bowl. Excitement's beginning to build as the start of play approaches.
He's got the edge. That's out. Hello and welcome to today's blockbuster between these two sides competing in this action-packed form of cricket. I can see the captains are waiting to toss the coin, so let's get down there and see what happens.
Gone.
That ball was travelling pretty quickly. He did well to cling onto it.
Oh, great shot. That's gone way into the stand. 6 runs. One more extra. Great stroke play. That's out of the ground.
And a cracking shot, that one. He looks in fantastic form.
Do you think there's more variety in spin bowling now than there ever has been in the past?
The variety in spin bowling these days is interesting. Certainly there's quite a bit of it. We've got Shane Warne on the one hand down in Australia. We've got Mathia Muralidharan bowling absolutely brilliantly for Sri Lanka. And then there is the next crop of spinners, and there are quite a lot of those too. Guys like Victoria, New Zealand, and of course plenty of others around the world, not quite as good as the first two that I mentioned. I'm not too sure that there's more variety in spin. I can remember playing against an Indian team that had 4 spinners and absolutely no fast bowlers. So certainly...
That's a huge 6. He's hit that very hard. That is a shot right out of the coaching manual.
Oh, what can I say? He looks in top form today.
He's going to have to move here. He's scoring really quickly at the moment. Nice shot. That's in the air, and 6 glorious runs. Pure time, glorious shot. He hit that with great power. Very expensive over indeed. Great shot. He's not going to miss out on gifts like that. That's out. Let's have a look at the action replay. So, left hand, right hand pairing at the crease now. Out! No, he's dropped it. They may yet have to pay for that.
right out of the top drawer.
That's a huge six. Just listen to the crowd.
Batsman came back for a second. They've got back for 2. That's good running. Quality timing now.
He's picked that up and 6.
He picked the length really early there. He might have got a hand to that, but he couldn't stop it. That really is very disappointing for the bowler. This should be gone. Let's have a look at that from another angle. Absolute concentration required from the new man in. And from another angle,
Let's have a look at that in Hawkeye.
nice shot. Great footwork, beautiful shot. Well, he's playing to the crowd now. 9 runs off the over.
Him.
The batsman really had no answer to that ball. Let's look at that again. Got ball. Top quality shot.
Oh, lovely timing. He played that beautifully.
That's a huge 6. I thought that was going to join us in the commentary box. That's nicely played.
Great shot. That'll give him some confidence.
Through the gap, and that'll go for 4.
That was a confident shot. What do you think makes a great number 3 then, Tony?
A great number 3 really must have a solid defence. Remember that it's quite often that he's going to find himself in a situation where he's out in the middle replacing one of the openers before too many overs have gone. So he needs to have the qualities of an opener on the one hand, and on the other hand, he needs to also have the qualities of a star middle order player. In other words, he needs to have a full range of all the shots. That's in the ideal world.
That's in the air, and it's sailed over the fence. No ball.
Batsmen are looking for two.
What's the umpire going to say about this one?
The umpire isn't having any of it.
It's crazy to bowl no balls with this new rule about the free hit.
He really is scoring at an excellent rate.
Beautiful stroke.
Well, I reckon that's demoralising for the bowler, but he needs to bounce back quickly.
He really looks in good nick today.
The bowler might just have to put a little extra into his next delivery.
He's dropped it. Must have taken his eye off it at the last moment.
Four more.
That was beautifully put away for four.
He's certainly not hanging around.
Fielding restrictions are over. The captain now has a free hand to position the field as he desires.
He's scoring at a prolific rate at the moment.
Bowled him.
That is a superb delivery.
His coach will definitely have him back in the nets first thing in the morning practicing that shot.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. So it's a left-right combination at the crease now. Oh, great shot. It's a lovely way to get off the mark. Four all the way.
Well, you really can't give this player that kind of room outside the off stump. That's four every time.
They'll have to hurry.
One more onto the team total. What a superb shot.
Everything was in the right place there. It fairly raced to the boundary.
That was a confident shot.
Batsman coming back for a second.
There might be trouble here.
No ball.
He's having some problems with his run-up out there. No balls these days mean the batsman has a free hit. He can only be run out off this ball. Beautifully timed.
What a massive shot, right out of the ground. We won't see that again.
And another four.
Well, that's good batting. He might have hit it in the air, but it was pretty safe and got him 4 runs.
He's put it down. Dear me, you really can't afford to put down chances like this. The fielding team will regret that. His captain won't be too happy with that.
It's truth, you really can't afford to put chances like that down.
A dolly! Let's have a look at that again. So, left hand, right hand pairing at the crease now. Beautifully played. Oh, that's gone a long way.
Well, that's a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
That's a big hit. It's 6. That came right off the meat of the bat. Got him! Let's take another look at that in replay. A dolly! Let's have a look at the action replay. Just 1 run. Very expensive over indeed.
At this stage of the match, on this wicket, the spinners should be doing most of the bowling.
That's a big hit. It'll go all the way. Not pretty, but mighty effective. 6 runs. Beautifully timed. Great footwork. Beautiful shot. He's certainly not hanging around. important is it for a team to have an all-rounder these days, Tony?
Well, I might be a little bit biased, but I think that all-rounders have always been a vital part of the makeup of any team. The more of them you can have, the more batting depth you have and the more bowling depth you have. And, of course, all-rounders tend to be quite talented in all departments, and therefore they're not going to let you down in the field. So I think that even more so these days, the one-day game, for example, requires more batsmen, because that allows the top-end batsmen to have a bit of a go. Even if you lose your wicket, there's going to be someone down the order to help you out, especially if you've got a few all-rounders. The other thing is that it seems to me
It's gone down. It really wasn't that difficult. You've got to feel so sorry for the bowlers in these circumstances. Must have taken his eye off it at the last moment. That's 2 more to the team total. One more to the extras. This might be tight. He's conceded 6 off the over. Great shot.
Oh, super shot. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it.
No run. Exquisite shot. That might clear the rope. It has. Let's take a look at that from another angle. Right out of the top drawer.
Well, that's a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
Well, that really was a fine piece of fielding. Really good strike rate from this player. Another over gone. Immaculate timing. Beautiful placement. 4 all the way. Impressive strike rate in this knock. Beautiful timing. He found the gap with precision.
He's found the gap.
No ball.
No ball. He hit that with great power. So a free hit. He could only be run out.
No ball.
He's having some problems with his run-up out there. Beautifully played.
That was a fine shot for four.
The crowd really enjoyed that one. So, his final over then. He's put it down. Dear me, you really can't afford to put down chances like this. Another chance goes begging. He's hit that very hard. That's just the kind of shot that makes the fielding captain want to tear his hair out. Very unlucky. Great stop. Do you think pitches have improved since you were playing international cricket, Tony?
Yes, I think that there certainly are pitches that have improved quite dramatically since I was playing. Mind you, there are also quite a lot that have become pretty dead and definitely haven't improved. So it's a little hard to be general about pitches. One thing I do know, and that is that groundsmen around the world do know very clearly what the ICC considers to be a good pitch, and that is one which has some bounce, it has some carry, and it also is not so good that it doesn't break up. There needs to be some wear and tear, so that while the fast bowlers might take advantage of the bounce and the speed in the beginning, we want slow bowlers also to have a bit of a go at the back end of the match, and we don't want it to be totally orientated to the bowlers. In the middle of the match, of course, you will find that the batsman will dominate a little bit. So there needs to be something in a good pitch for everybody.
No ball.
No ball. It's crazy to bowl no balls with this new rule about the free hit. Beautiful stroke. That shot will give you an idea of just how fast this outfield is.
Wonderful shot. He really punished the bowler there.
That's a huge six.
He sent him back. Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one?
Let's have a look at the action replay.
He's got him.
Let's take another look at that in replay.
That brings the innings to a close. He's heading back to the pavilion with no runs to his name. Frustratingly, there may be a few spots of rain in the air.
It's vital that the top order batsman spends some time at the crease.
Bit of a nervy swing at it there.
Edged. And there's a fielder underneath it. He's got the edge.
We know that climatic conditions and the condition of the ball both play a part in generating swing. But would you say that movement in the air is predominantly generated by the bowler's grip or the overall bowling action?
Yes, there's no doubt that the whole question of swing bowling is top of mind in the world of cricket at the moment, mainly because you've got...
They're having a shout. There's the signal. He's safe. Edged. He's got the edge.
Batsmen are coming back for
Confident appeal.
quality timing now. That's very fortunate, and the bowler will be livid. The batsman will just be pleased to be off the mark. That's one more run for the team.
4 more.
Well, if you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, there's a fine example.
No ball.
He's having problems with his run-up out there. No balls these days mean the batsman has a free hit. He can only be run out off this ball. Edged. Seven come off the over. Lovely shot. He really struck that beautifully.
No ball.
That was a sloppy piece of cricket. The umpire signalling free hit, and so the batsman can only be run out off this ball. Terrific shot.
That's in the air, and it's cleared the rope.
That really does get the bowlers back up. No bowler likes being hit for 6.
Out. Real concentration required from the new batsman here.
No ball.
He's having problems with his run-up out there. So a free hit. He could only be run out.
No ball.
No ball. Edged. That's 2 from the over then. Tremendous timing.
Four more. He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
Out.
caught him. Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out. Batsman coming back for a second. Mix up between the batsmen. Out! No, he's dropped it. Edged. Batsmen coming back for two. Another over gone. Fast bowler to start a new over.
With the end of the fielding restrictions, the captain should really be changing his field around now.
No ball.
Would you believe it? Another no ball. No balls these days mean the batsman has a free hit. He can only be run out off this ball. Thin edge. That's a confident appeal. Batsmen are looking for two. To many fans of the sport, reverse swing seems to be a fairly recent addition to the fast bowler's armoury. Was reverse swing a component of the fast bowling when you were playing, Tony?
The reverse swing, while very controversial at the moment, has been around for a long time. I actually can remember getting the ball to reverse swing when I was a little boy at school. It wasn't anything to do with the way I handled the ball. It was, in fact, the ball had got old and was lying in a box. You picked up one of these balls that was unbalanced. It's not a question of which side is shining. After all, a new cricket ball swings more than anything else. So it's a question really of which side of the ball has the most drag. And that's got to do with how the air tumbles over one side or the other. There's an art to it, there's no doubt about that. Some of the players from Pakistan, for example, have worked harder on reverse swing than anyone else in the world because they've got very, very dry and very flat wickets. Suit batsmen more, so bowlers have had to work harder for their wickets.
Another single for the batsman. Beautifully timed. Oh, lovely timing there. Edge to slip.
Well, I reckon that's demoralising for the bowler, but he needs to bounce back quickly.
He's dropped it.
Let's take a look at Hawkeye.
Beautiful timing.
Well, if you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, there's a fine example.
That's nicely played. Pure timing. Glorious shot. Beautifully played.
He's gone for it, and he gets 6.
Batsmen are coming back for 2.
No ball.
One more to sundries.
So a free hit. He could only be run out.
Edged. Medium pacer to start a new over. Beautiful stroke.
He picked his spot well there.
He looks in fine form.
Well, he's playing to the crowd now.
No ball.
Another no ball. Another free hit.
Super innings. He's batted really well out there.
That brings up his half century. Let's take a look at that from another angle. So the umpire signalling free hit, and so the batsman can only be run out off this ball. It's in the air. Confident appeal. It looks like the third umpire has been called in on this one. Let's have a look at that again.
They're tough ones for the umpire. We get to see it in slow motion or with Hawkeye over and over, but in the middle, they only get one shot at it at full speed.
There's the signal, he's safe. Very well played.
Wonderful shot. He really punished the bowler there.
He really looks in good nick today. That was 6 all the way. That's another single there. Lovely shot. Confident appeal. The umpire's calling for a replay. There's the signal. He's safe. Very well timed.
And a cracking shot, that one. He looks in fantastic form.
He used the pace of the outfield perfectly. That over helped the run rate somewhat. This should be the end for the batsman. Yes. He's put it down, dear me. Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one? Got him!
Brilliant fielding. That sort of thing can change the course of a match.
I'm sure the new batsman will look to play himself in. That's a sensational shot.
Well, if you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, there's a fine example.
He found the gap with precision. Great stroke play.
That's great cricket. He knew there wasn't a fielder out there, so it wasn't risky.
Good placement. That'll really annoy the fielding captain. Thin edge. Got ball. That really is an expensive over.
No ball.
Another no ball. Another free hit. No balls these days mean the batsman has a free hit who can only be run out off this ball. Right out of the top draw. 4 more.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
Timed that to perfection.
He got everything absolutely right there and was rewarded with 6 runs.
Tremendous timing. He's smacked that over the top. 4 runs.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
Edged. Really quick scoring here. That's raced away to the cover boundary.
Oh, that's a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
He hit that over the top expertly. That's over the infield and racing away for four. Big appeal. Not out. Let's have a look at the action replay. Let's have a look at that in Hawkeye. This should be the end for the batsman. Out! That breakthrough now exposes the tail. So, new batsman at the crease. For four.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
That's a really good shout. The umpire isn't sure. There's the signal. He's safe. Very good timing. And another four.
The captain won't be too pleased with his bowler there.
He was onto that in a flash. Creicket to start a new over. No run. Thin edge. Two picked up there. Good stuff from the fast bowler. This is the last of his allotted overs. Oh, what's the umpire going to say about this one? Out! That was absolutely plumb, no doubt about that. Let's take a look at that from another angle. He sent him back. There's trouble here. Can they run him out? played all round it.
No ball.
Another no ball, another free hit. The batsmen are coming back for two.
That's a really good shout.
The umpire signalling free hit, and so the batsman can only be run out off this ball.
Out.
Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out.
Well caught. He didn't really look like missing that one at all.
That's it, it's all over. That's the last wicket.